Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. And today I just want to present the Ravens versus Saints first viewpoint for this upcoming game between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Game is will be played on Monday Night Football. I believe like a 7:15 kickoff in the Caesar Superdome home game, Week 9. Saints coming off a impressive 24-0 beatdown of the Las Vegas Raiders that puts them at a record of 3-5 on the season. They face the Baltimore Ravens this Monday on Monday Night Football. Baltimore beat a NFC South opponent, the Saints' rival in the division, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, on Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. But tonight we're going. It's the focal point is the first view, the first look of the Saints versus Ravens matchup. I'm going to list three things to look out for in Monday's matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. So here's some things to know about the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is their leading passer with over 1,635 passing yards, 15 TDs, 6 interceptions, 63.7 QBR. Mark Andrews, their tight end, great Pro Bowl tight end, 488 receiving yards, 5 TDs, 42 receptions. Lamar Jackson is also the Ravens' leading rusher. It's not a running back. It's not Gus Train, not Gus Edwards. Is or Justice Hill. Is Lamar Jackson. He has over 553 rushing yards and two TDs on the season. So this guy could easily eclipse 1,000 yards again in his career as a runner. So there you have it. They're also the league's second best rushing attack, 165.6 yards per game, ranked fifth in the league in scoring offense, 26.0 points per game. That's what they're averaging a game. And an interesting stat right here. You rank 24th in total defense. Now, if you know anything about the NFL over the years and how certain teams are built, you know that the Baltimore Ravens always had a defense. But this year, it has not been the case. Um, I see some issues in it. When I watched the game with Tampa Bay. They have some issues on the back end, in the secondary. Despite the two corners that they have, you can attack Marcus Peters, who I think the Saints we were familiar with back in the day when Michael Thomas cooked him for over 200 some yards receiving in 2018. But Baltimore this year has not been that efficient on defense this year. 24 in total defense. The games that they have lost this year, and they have lost because they gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter in the second half. That allowed them to lose those games. They had a big lead against the Miami Dolphins a few weeks ago at the start of the season. They blew that lead. Tua throw for like 6 TDs in the towards the second half. In the second half, beat Baltimore. They lost against New York Giants, and I can't think of the other team they lost against, but I believe they had a lead against them as well. But those three losses were because they gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter. So these are the things right here. These are the stat leaders. Mark Andrews, the tight end, he's the lead wide receiver. Lamar Jackson leads the team in rushing and receiving. So that's just how the offense is built, man. They've always been built like this, man. Even when Joe Flacco was the QB, they didn't they never really like went out and got a deep threat, a guy that you can call their number one wide receiver. You know, it's always they'll go out and get a veteran, rookie, got draft a guy in the second round, first round, late, first second round of the draft, and they try to establish something with that guy, but they never turn out to be like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Cup. They don't have that on this offense. It's all about the tight ends and Lamar. Let me see, we got a comment right here. What's up? Yeah, what's up, Dalton Smith? How you doing, man? Thanks for watching, man, for tuning in. All right. So what to look for in this game, man? Breaks. These are the three things to watch out for in Monday's game against the Baltimore Ravens. Number one, man. You should know what it is, man. Yeah, AK what up, AKA the scientist. Anquan Bolden was like the best receiver. You're right. He was for like 2, 3 years. He was the top receiver. They had Derrick Mason for a couple years. Now they got Deshaun Jackson. So that's gonna be interesting right there. But number one, man, number one thing to look out for in this game is the containment of Lamar Jackson. Plain and simple. We know the Saints' issues with mobile quarterbacks the last couple of seasons. We saw it in 2020. Saw it again last year with Jalen Hurts. This year again with you know, Jalen Hurts, Marcus Mariota in the first game. They gotta maintain discipline when dealing with Lamar Jackson, man, because he can play like he's about to hand it to the running back and keep it, and sprint for at least a good 6 to 8 yards a clip. He's that dangerous coming out of the backfield, man. If you think he's gonna keep it, he could give it to the running back. Their running attack is that dangerous. Second lead, he's the lead there. The league second ranked rushing attack with over 165.5 yards a game. That vicious. Now Saints, I don't get it twisted. Now the Saints got a pretty good rushing attack of their own, but the key to this game is to stop Lamar Jackson. I really want to see what the Saints have learned over these last couple of games when it comes to dealing with these mobile QBs. I really want to see what they've learned because they've had the time off to prep, to get ready, regroup, see what they're doing wrong, and really, zero in on how to stop Lamar Jackson. Because as far as Lamar Jackson go, that's how far the Ravens gonna go. So containment of Lamar Jackson is gonna be the number one thing to watch out for. Number two will be the control of time and possession. The team that has the ball the most in this game, controls the time in this game, will win this football game. It's just that simple. The team that has that can control the time possession in this game will win this matchup. You know, the Saints cannot let, and I've seen it in a couple games this year. They cannot let Lamar Jackson sit back there and nickel and dime them to the end zone. They cannot do that. They did it. They allowed Joe Burrow to do it. They allowed Kyler Murray to do it. They allowed Carolina to do it. They don't. These teams are not throwing. Outside of Seattle, they're not throwing. 40, 50-yard bombs on the Saints defense. They're not doing that. They are throwing 5, 10-yard passes on the Saints defense. Saints defense missing tackles. They take it up the field, 10, 15 yards, first down, get it again, do the same thing. That's just what they're doing. They can't allow that, man. AKA scientists said got to maintain gap integrity. Yeah, you're right. Got to do that with Lamar Jackson. So Saints can get the ball, keep it away from Lamar Jackson. Keep it away, run the football, do the same thing that they're trying to do to you. I believe they can do that. Play them the way Brady was playing them against last Thursday until they started Lamar start gashing them. You can't allow that. You can't allow their running attack to get going because once they do, it's all over. You know, and turnovers, man. Let's see. I want to see if this is going to continue. They didn't have a turnover last week against the Raiders. I like to see that continue this week with that offense, the way it's ran. And number 3 on this list is continuation of solid production of the defense by the Saints. Last week, the Raiders couldn't cross the 20-yard line until like the full quarter, until like the garbage hours of the game. They couldn't cross the 20-yard line. against the Saints. I mean, couldn't get across the 50. I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna happen in this game, but I'd like to see another strong outing from this defense. I like to see them continue to make tackles, continue to get after the quarterback, minimize Lamar Jackson. Let Lamar Jackson beat you from the pocket. He doesn't have the greatest of weapons right now. Um, Rashad Bateman, from what I've heard, will not be playing in this game. He's out. Now they have Deshaun Jackson, a 35-year-old Deshaun Jackson, who I think he could still be a threat in this game, but I think if the Saints, put out, one of our best, I think Paulson Adebo can deal with him. I think, I believe, I believe more than he will be on. They'll put Paulson Adebo on Deshaun Jackson, um, Alontae Taylor on Devin Duvernay, and they'll just go from there, you know, and let's see if we could force another turnover by the defense. You had one last week with Tyrann Mathieu. Could have had two, but he dropped it again. In the fourth quarter last week, he could have had two interceptions. I'd like to see that type of production continue in this game. You know, if they're successful, if the Saints are successful in these three things that I mentioned on here, these three things to watch out for, I think they're gonna win the football game. I really do. You know, you get to 4-5 on the year, and then after that, you go to Pittsburgh to play a team that has a rookie starting at quarterback. And the Steelers right now are not that good. They are not that good. You got to get past this game though, right here. First, you got to get past the Baltimore Ravens, man. I would like to see the Saints win this game. They need to win this game, man. Plain and simple. You cannot have the type of performance you had in Week 8 against the Raiders and come back and just come out flat against Baltimore, especially on a Monday Night Football in front of your home crowd. AKA, the scientist says when Lamar turns the ball over, he seems to do it in bunches. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And he's also not a really the best deep ball thrower that's out there from based on what I've seen. So once you get him, you can keep him in the pocket and not allow him to find any lanes, not allow him to, connect with that tight end, those two tight ends they have, Isaiah Likely, the rookie, and Mark Andrews, the other tight end. You got him. You have him beat. You can beat the Baltimore Ravens because their pieces are not that great. Outside of that running back, outside of Lamar and the running backs and the tight ends, they're not that explosive at wide receiver, man. And I don't believe the Saints are going to let an older version of Deshaun Jackson beat them. I don't, you know. So looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out, man. Because if they can win this game, bro, I just think it's gonna go. It's gonna get only better from here if they can beat the Baltimore Ravens on Monday night. Because after that, you got like I said, a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's clearly will not make the playoffs this year. They just traded Chase Claypool to the Chicago Bears, if I'm not mistaken. And they don't have TJ Watt right now, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have TJ Watt right now. You got a rookie, excuse me. You got a rookie playing quarterback. You know, they don't have, the best wide receiver core right now. They got a offensive line that's not good. So get past this game, get past Baltimore. You can go on the road and steal one away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then after that, man, you got the revenge game from the no call against the LA Rams at home. So it just sets up perfectly. You be at 500. But first, you got to play care of the Baltimore Ravens, man. All right, man. We'll just hang out for a little bit. Just if you got any questions, man, quick Q&A. Put them in the comment section, man. I'll answer them, man. Any questions y'all got? Any questions? Anybody got anything to ask? Going once, going twice. No questions. Nobody got any questions? 3 times. All right. We can beat the Ravens. Yes. Yeah, we can. One question. What's up, man? What you got? They got to contain Lamar. We should be okay. What question? What you got, aka the scientist? What's your question? Who will be running back too? I think that's gonna be I haven't heard anything yet, but I think it's gonna be Dwayne Washington. Dwayne Washington or the other guy, the other running back they picked up from free agency, but they're gonna be Dwayne Washington and Alvin Kamara, man. Or it might just be Taysom Hill. So we'll see how everything plays out, man. So we'll see, man. All right, man. This is all my platforms right there for the Saint Discussions website. Saint Discussions brand. Follow me on Facebook at Saint Discussions, Twitter at SaintsDS23, Instagram at Saint Discussions, the webpage, strike7sports.com/Saints. No, all the games said we should have Howard to start behind AK. Yeah, that should be the plan going forward. That should be the plan. It's unfortunate what happened to Mark Ingram, but I think that he is, at the end of his career, in my opinion. And I like the guy, but I think it's just time for him. It may be time for him to go, but we'll see how everything plays out. I've been saying for a while that the team should invest in drafting a running back in this upcoming draft. I don't know if they're gonna do it in the second round, but maybe in the third, you can get a good running back that can go with Alvin Kamara. So we'll see how everything plays out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. How you feel about Monday's game against the Baltimore Ravens in the description box below. Check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content. New Orleans Saints organization. I should have the game preview out on the Ravens and the actual preview and prediction score on that game coming out by Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. That's all I have for y'all for right now. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out.